Sportsman feature event, 25-lap feature, starting on the pole in car number 1S, Ernie Shirley. Going second in the 85, Richard Walls. Starting third in car number 5, Chad Martin. Fourth starting position at car 46, Sean Cosgrove. Starting fifth in the 3M, Russell Morgan. Sixth starting position to the 8B, Kevin Barrett. Starting seventh in the 112, Dave Padula. Eighth starting position to car 30, Dave Neff. Ninth starter in the 1H, Alan Saggy. Starting 10th in car number 1, Scott Andrews. Going 11th in the 78, Terry Lescali. Starting 12th in the 45, Roy Clower. Starting 13th in car 3, Roger Magsamen. 14th starter in car 4, Bob Meadows. Starting 15th in the 00, Doug Hardy. 16th starter in the 89, Joe Brown. In car number 7, Bob Fries. Car number 94, Steve Benjamin. Driving the number 42, Ricky Fisher. Car number 14, David Reed. Car number 7A, Craig Osherman. In the 96, Mike Neff. Driving the 7H, Stephen Haight. And car number 1, Herc Armour. And the distance is 25 laps. And there goes the green flag. And just as quickly as the green flag came down, out in front he goes on the back straightaway. Richard Walls. Richard Walls takes the lead. Coming out of turn 4 into the fast lanes. Going down the back straightaway, Richard Walls. Ernie Shirley is second. Coming through that third and fourth turn. Down the complete lap 1. Richard Walls out in front. Richard Walls coming out of the corner, and they have a yellow flag. Coming out of turn 4, and there's the green flag. Bringing them around out of turn 4, down the front straightaway. Walls leads the way. Car number 85 on the backstretch. Richard Walls coming out of turn 4 with Kevin Barrett in second. Straightaway. Coming through that third and fourth corner. Richard Walls. Kevin Barrett, Sean Cosgrove. As they go down into turn 1. Richard Walls showing the way. Car number 85. Richard Walls in car number 85 out in first place. Coming out of turn 4, and there's a green flag. Through turns 1 and 2. Alan Sagan gets by the 46 Cosgrove, gets by the 8B of Kevin Barrett, who's into second place. And the yellow lights are on. Yellow lights are on. Machines, and there's a wave of the green flag. And the battle continues on the backstretch now. Alan Saggy getting by Sean Cosgrove on the back straightaway. Richard Walls continues to lead as they come out of turn 4. Number 85 of Richard Walls as they come out of turn 4. And laps complete. Now Scott Andrews moving up in car 1. Andrews battling the 8B of Kevin Barrett as they come out of turn 4. Walls has the lead. Coming out of turn 4 with Alan Saggy second. And the yellow lights are on. Yellow lights. And there's the green flag. Trying to get a fight up on the high groove, but nothing there. Going in there on the outside of turn 3 and 4. Scott Andrews coming in on the inside. And the yellow is out. Back. And there's the green flag. Coming out of the 4th turn, Richard Walls sets the pace. flag. That second turn on the backstretch. Richard Walls, Alan Saggy, and Scotty Andrews running 1, 2, 3, coming out of turn 4. Holding on to the lead, coming down the front straightaway. Somebody smoking down in turn 1 and 2. Car number 3M, Russell Morgan. Coming up on lap 17 now. Alan Saggy now moving right up on the rear bumper of the leader, Richard Walls, as they come off the corner down in turn 4, side by side. Yellow flag. Yellow. And there's the green for the final 6. On the number 2 turn in the back straightaway. Tight racing on the backstretch. Richard Walls, the leader, Alan Saggy, and the number 1 of Scotty Andrews gets down underneath. As they go through turns 1 and 2, and Andrews takes second place on the backstretch. Going into turn number 3 now. Coming out of turn 4. Turn. This time it's lap number 22. Scott Andrews goes up 5 to get around Walls. Andrews and Walls get together. Andrews and Walls get together going into turn 3. Out. And there goes the green. On the second turn on the back straightaway. second, coming out on the white flag. Pulling out the second turn now. Richard Walls holds the lead in the backtrack. Alan Saggy and Scotty Andrews fighting for second. Here they come. Look at this. Look at this. 3 wide for the lead. 3 wide for the lead. On the checkered flag. And the winner, ladies and gentlemen, according to the scores, right at the checkered flag in the 1H, Alan Saggy.
Let's give him a nice hand. Alan Saggy. Well, Alan, they say it's not over till it's over, I guess, huh? You were second, you were third, back to second, and at the last minute when it counted, you're here in the winner's circle. Congratulations.
Yeah, we kind of lucked out. You never give up. The people I drove for before the hardballs, they taught me you never give up, and we always hung in there and, you know, race them down to the last lap and last turn, and once in a while it pays off. Tonight was one of those nights.
Well, I'll tell you, you know, you got a whole new team here, but you guys all season so far have had problems, I understand, but apparently those problems have left tonight.
Yeah, they sure did. The car ran flawless all night. Richard Walls drove a heck of a race. He was, you know, he was the leader. He's protecting his lead. Nothing wrong with that. Scott Andrews snuck in there when I tried to, you know, take the top and get around Richard. I just got lucky to get a little racing room there in the last lap, but it was all good, clean racing. The one time Richard's car shut off a little bit on the restart, and I bumped him from behind, but I let off, left him get straightened up. That's kind of when Scott got by me. But we all, you know, all those guys they're just both real good drivers, and it was a lot of fun to go out and race hard like that. We've been having a little bit of mechanical problems. This race is for Lloyd Liskey, our engine builder. He's worked endless hours trying to figure out the problems. It's been just a couple little minute things that are hard to pinpoint and hard to find. But I think he stayed up at night, awake a couple nights trying to figure it out. But he's worked his tail off, along with McCarner, Jerry Hart. All the guys on this crew really work hard. Jim Hart, Jerry's son, sets a chassis along with Leonard Emily. Along with those guys, we got Gary Price Jr., P.P. Peterson. Of course, McCarner, Jerry Hart works real hard all the time. Brian Fuller's here with us tonight. Mike Caffarelli. All the guys that pitch in, they really do a terrific job, and you know, I'm really glad to be with these guys this year. They're a good team, and I knew it was a matter of time that we got our problems straightened out, but this is for Lloyd. He's worked the hardest.
Well, Alan, congratulations. You did it on a double point night, and that's what counts the most.
Well, you try to win every time you go out. It took everything we had. It was a hard-earned way to win. I tell you, that's the hard way, but my good friend Frank Falter's here tonight, one of our sponsors. He doesn't get to come up a whole lot. Being it's a Friday night show, he got to make her up, and always glad to have Frank with us, along with all our other sponsors. You know, we really appreciate all their help.
All right, congratulations.
Also, Dennis Lindsay, Ponte Brand Sunoco, he's here tonight, so it's special to win when those guys are here. They can't make it up but about 2 or 3 times a year, so nice to have them here. Thank you.
All right, our late model sportsman winner, ladies and gentlemen, Alan Saggy.